It's
but
the way
point that I'm making
is like every other podcast I've been on, we've had like a platform where we just all get together and one person records. Everybody's
like
got to record their own.
or any of these.
So you miss Woody? Is that what you're saying?
No. Anybody can that.
That's what it sounds like you're saying. You be honest, Woody or Keemstar, who you like better working with?
I've made more money under Keemstar than I've ever made under Woody.
Well, Woody was robbing you.
Yeah.
I've made. I'd say this. I've made about $2,500 on the 7 years I did PKA.
Yeah, but that was back. He was
you
back.
You don't have any Jewish friends?
like in total, like that,
some friendly
that, that's
Jews
why
you can call
I made. That's why I made.
We have you.
That's why I made such a
one.
big deal about like, hey, if you want me back on the podcast, buy my part out. I know you don't have to, but buy my fucking part out. Because like I feel like the worst part is Lefty made more money on PKA than I did, and that always pisses me off. The fact that Dr. Chiz makes more money on PKA than I did.
That's the tricky part. Is like breaking down the business amongst all the people and what goes on. I've gone through it with Epic Mealtime. It was something that I never wanted to be in charge of, but starting the channel and all that, and all these guys that I worked with, deciding how much camera time someone gets, how much someone gets paid, or how it works, and everyone's friends or friendly enough, and there's a lot of dissension amongst people. Yeah, it gets messy, but I can't believe you like Woody more than Keemstar. I never would have known it. Despite Keemstar paying you more money, you still like Woody better.
Who said that?
Admittedly,
I thought you said that.
Admittedly, Keemstar just came in here and
said good recordings.
You asked me who I like better, Woody or Keemstar, and I said I make more money under Keemstar.
But you hate them both.
I don't hate either one of them.
How do you not hate Keemstar?
Keemstar
literally.
I don't give a fuck if people yell at me. Like honestly,
that's funny because this is the third episode of this podcast, and the first one, the Tommy fucked up, and then the second one, in between that first one and the second one, Keemstar came in here and he started yelling at you guys, but I was in here too, so I got yelled at,
and then I immediately fucked up.
Yeah, then and you know what? Well, I thought about calling Keemstar on the thing there or texting him and being like, yo, Wings just fucked up the recording, come in here and yell at him. But since I didn't do that, but since he yelled at me, I'm going to invoice you guys.
All right,
yes.
You good. All right, you can have
have made more money than I've made on this podcast.
Go ahead.
And I'm invoicing you for the last podcast, even though it didn't happen.
You know, Wings, the fans go nuts every time you bring up Woogie. It's like you're whining about it 10 years after the fact. I mean, really, get over yourself.
Get over
myself. To be fair, I think Wings has come up. I feel like I brought up Wings more times on PKA than Wings has brought up PKA.
Not on this show.
No, not on this show. I used to go on and be like, yeah, that guy Wings wasn't even nice. That was my first impression. I was like, that guy wasn't even nice. Yeah, and for Woody, I was like, that guy doesn't like me. These are the thoughts that I had when I first went on the podcast. Like I knew Kyle, and I just assumed that Woody hated me. Wings, I was like, he probably doesn't like me either. It's not nice guys.
No, those guys hate me, Harley. They love you.
Sure. No, I don't think that. Well, now it's different. Now the relationship's gone on for so long. But this is like, the first times I'm going on, this is like what? We're talking like 2012. YouTube's different.
Wow.
Only Use Me Blade is like in tip-top shape. Like everything's just a completely different beast back then. And people wanted to be more badass, I felt. So I played up like I was a badass a lot. And it was just an act. But that time on YouTube, I feel like a lot of people were like, I don't give a dog. I'm fucking professional Call of Duty player that uploads videos on YouTube. I'm fucking crazy. So, and I feel like that translated into me being like, oh, I don't think that guy likes me, or I don't think this guy likes me.
Yeah, but
you understand, making more money than all of them? Weren't you like killing it when you were on there? I mean, Epic Mealtime, you were one of the top channels on YouTube at one